An orphan boy discovers he has special powers and gets taken to another world by pirates, where he finds out he's the chosen one destined to free the land from an evil pirate. You're watching CineDigest, and this is Movie Recapped. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome stories. Peter is just a baby when his mother leaves him at the steps of an orphanage. She puts a necklace around his neck and slips a letter into his blanket. 12 years later, Peter has grown up in the orphanage. His best friend is Nibs, and the headmistress is a terrifying woman everyone's afraid of. She's rude, mean, and gives them the same awful food every day in tiny portions. Peter and Nibs start suspecting she's been hiding all the good food for herself. When they sneak into her office, they find a secret stash under her desk, packed with all kinds of food, gold, and even a room full of records about the orphanage kids. Peter finds his own file with his mother's letter, but when he tries to read it, the letters start shifting and moving, so Nibs reads it for him. The letter says his mom knows he's different from the other kids, that one day he'll understand, and that they'll meet again. Just then, the headmistress walks in. She mocks Peter, saying only his mother thought he was special, but in reality, he's a failure. She rips up the letter and punishes both boys. That night, pirates suddenly crash through the ceiling and start kidnapping the kids while they're asleep. When Peter and Nibs try to escape, the headmistress stops Peter. Turns out she's been selling the orphans to the pirates. Nibs jumps off the ship to escape, but Peter fails because the ship literally lifts off into the sky. They fly through different worlds until they reach a giant mine. The new workers cheer as the pirate captain, Blackbeard, appears. He tells them life with him is better than anything they've ever known. If they work hard, they'll be rewarded, but if they slack off, they'll die. Peter is given a mining tool by another worker named Sam. When Peter asks what they're digging for, Sam tells him fairy dust. Peter asks if fairies are even real, and Sam explains that Captain Blackbeard hunted them almost to extinction. They escaped to their own world. When Peter tries to ask what Blackbeard does with the dust, Sam avoids answering and orders him to get back to work. That night, Peter injures his hand, and an older worker named Hook helps him, though he acts tough so Peter will learn to rely on himself. The next day, Peter gets lucky. He finds a piece of fairy dust. But the other miners try to steal it so they can give it to Blackbeard and get rewarded. Because of that fight, the supervisor decides Peter should be thrown off the ship to his death. But before he can fall, Peter starts to float. He floats straight back up to the ship and hops on, just as the manager cracks him on the head. He ties him up and brings him before Blackbeard.
When Blackbeard arrives, he insists on throwing Peter off himself. But as Peter falls, something unbelievable happens. He floats up instead of down. Everyone gasps. Blackbeard looks terrified. When Peter wakes up, he's in Blackbeard's office. The captain asks if he's ever flown before. Peter says no, it's the first time. Blackbeard shows him an ancient prophecy. It says a boy will come to their world with magical powers, the son of a human and a fairy prince, and that boy will be the one to kill Blackbeard. He hands Peter a sword and asks, "So, are you here to kill me?" Terrified, Peter says no, he doesn't know anything about that. But Blackbeard, afraid the prophecy might be true, locks him up. In his cell, Peter remembers his mother's letter about meeting her in the other world and realizes she meant this one. Hook helps him escape, saying they'll help each other if it means getting away from Blackbeard and finding Peter's mother. Sam discovers their plan, but insists on coming too, or he'll tell Blackbeard. They steal a ship and escape, but Hook can't control it, and they crash in the jungle. Blackbeard sends his men to capture them alive. Peter finds a map showing the location of a native tribe and tells Sam and Hook he's going there. He believes they have answers about his mother. Hook refuses, calling it suicide, but Sam convinces him they have to go if they ever want to survive. That night, they sit by a fire, but they're suddenly attacked by a giant eagle. Just as it's about to eat them, the chief's daughter, Tiger Lily, shows up and saves them. Hook instantly likes her, but she knocks him out and drags them to her tribe. When Hook wakes up, he and the others are tied up. Tiger Lily explains one of them has to fight the tribe's strongest warrior. If they win, they live. If not, they die. Hook steps up but gets crushed. Peter jumps in to help and accidentally knocks into the chief. When the chief sees Peter's necklace, he stops everything. This is the boy from the prophecy, the chosen one who will free them from Blackbeard. Tiger Lily tells the tribe's history. Long ago, Blackbeard ruled their world with terror. The tribe's leader summoned a fairy prince to help defeat him, but the fairy prince fell in love with a human girl named Mary, who was engaged to Blackbeard. When Blackbeard found out, he tried to kill her. The fairy prince turned himself human to save her and took her to the fairy world, but by doing so, he lost his powers and died a day later, as the laws of the fairies demanded. Mary was pregnant with Peter. To protect him, she went to the human world and left him at the orphanage. Peter begs to go find his mother in the fairy world. The chief tells him he has 3 days to learn to fly. Then they'll help him reach her. Peter trains, but he can't get it right. Meanwhile, Blackbeard finds Sam and threatens him to reveal Peter's location, and Sam gives him up. The next day, Blackbeard's forces attack the tribe. The pirates are stronger, and a brutal battle breaks out. Peter, Hook, and Tiger Lily fight side by side. Blackbeard kills the chief's daughter after he refuses to reveal Peter's whereabouts. When he tries to kill Tiger Lily, Hook saves her but ends up giving away Peter's location. Peter returns leading a flock of giant birds, attacking the pirates from above. The tribe joins the fight again, but Blackbeard captures Peter, revealing he killed his mother when she tried to escape him. As he's about to kill Peter, Hook crashes in with a ship to save him. Peter flies, truly flies, for the first time, rescuing Hook and taking on Blackbeard head-on. With the help of the fairies, Peter destroys Blackbeard's ship and saves Tiger Lily. The fairies appear as his mother, Mary. She tells Peter she's proud of him and that she kept her promise. They've met again, in the fairy world. In the end, Peter returns to the orphanage and takes Nibs and all the other kids to live with him in Neverland. And that's the end of today's movie. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to CineDigest for more amazing stories with Movie Recapped.